Hi everyone, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your Spiritual Self-Mastery class for the week of July 8th, 2018. Because it is approximately 10,000 degrees in my office, I do have a few different fans going, so if you hear whirring in the background, it is just because it's so hot, so I apologize for that in advance for those of you who were bothered by that kind of thing. Okay, so today for the class, I'm going to be drawing one card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid as the overarching theme for the week. And then I'm going to get 3 cards from the numerology deck, one for what you're meant to do, not do, and what you can expect regardless, regarding throughout the week. So let's just go ahead and get started. This is for all astrological signs, spiritual self-mastery as we explore the ego and the heart-centered energies. Okay, here we go. Why? Oh my gosh, I've never got this card before. Well, I often feel that the question of why is a rabbit hole when we consider the egoic energy, because the ego loves the evidence. It wants to know why. It has to make sense of things. Our mind is always churning over these questions. Why is this happening? Why does this happen to me? And it puts us into the potential for victimhood very quickly. So right away, it can be problematic. Show you the card again. I'm going to get additional cards. It is number 31 in the deck. So I feel like you are trying to manifest here with the 3, the individual, the 1 plus the 3. But I feel like the manifestation is in order to create something that's very stable. And we even see her, this woman, standing on what looks to be some sort of slab or foundation here. So you are trying to build something foundational. Make sure that you don't get caught into why does this happen to me. But from the heart-centered energies, before I even get the numerology cards, the why can be looked at in terms of, why do I want to do this? Exploring the opportunity to drop into, what am I trying to create here from a place that feels delicious, that feels wonderful? Why do I want to explore this experience in my life, or this individual, this circumstance, this relationship, this kind of thing? So, just the question of why doesn't automatically put us in the ego, but very often it tends to drive us into either crazy-making thoughts or sadness and victimization, this kind of thing. So just be conscious of that. Very, very interesting. Let's get some additional cards. I feel like with the 31, it's almost like the manifestation is taking the individual, let's say, is taking a backseat to what you're trying to manifest. And whenever we are pushing too hard, pushing to manifest, sometimes we can forget that it's not about the manifestation of the thing, it's the process of creating the thing that holds the joy, the freedom, the love, Let's get some additional cards. Okay, here we go. So, based on this why energy for the week, what our ego may try to distract us with is the personal growth. The heart asks that we explore further love, partnership. What we can expect or look forward to throughout the week is the effort, number 4 again. This time it's 13, and we have 31 here, and then we have 13 here as the thread that runs throughout the week. Both of these is the overarching theme and the thread that runs throughout the week. Very, very similar energies. Here is, we're kind of focusing in on what we're trying to manifest above our individual sense of ourselves. In some ways, it can refer to putting the group before ourselves, something that's more stabilizing for the group. And here we have the effort. Again, 13, 1 plus 3 equals 4, this idea of creating something that has more stability. Why do we want to make something happen? Why are we choosing this path? Not from a place of judgment or, again, self-pity, but why? Because we're curious, because we're fascinated by our choices, but we're fascinated by life. What can I create? How can I create it? And why do I want to create it? The why can be very freeing, or it can be very debilitating, depending upon whether we're looking at it from the ego or from the heart. Now, the heart, the egoic energy here is around this idea of personal growth. Now, this is number 7. 7s for me are a very mystical number, and they're filled with opportunities for spiritual growth and spiritual depth. And the ego may try to distract us with the number 7 is what I'm going to focus in on, because with 7s there's often a delay. Things often take a little longer than our ego is comfortable with. So be aware during the week that, as you go into this idea of why do I want to create something foundational? Why do I want to do whatever it is you're doing? Something, I think, that has to do with learning, and something that has to do with creating a greater stability for yourself. The ego may try to distract you with, it's taking too long. Yeah, you're growing, but at what cost? That's very egoic energy. It's taking too long. Well, things take the time they take. Now, I am not the most patient person, or I haven't been in the past, and I'm certainly one of the lessons I'm here to work with. So I understand how difficult delays can feel, and the idea that things are working out in divine timing. I understand intellectually, as I'm sure many of you do, but sometimes I can get impatient. My ego can come in and say, come on, let's get things moving. So just be aware of this, because it may come in quite a bit during the week to distract you from the greater expansion that's occurring within your experience. Now, the heart asks that you explore further love partnership. Number 26, 8. The manifestation of what you've been wanting. I'm going to say it this way because it's coming in. Sometimes we feel as though we're not ready. We're not ready yet. I need to do more. I need to be more, right, before I can step into a partnership. But you can be in a loving partnership with yourself, with the divine, with others, right here and right now. You're perfect just as you are, as you know. But the ego will come in, as it often does, with, you're not there yet. You have so much more to do. You need to be more together before you can be in partnership with someone. And the heart says, no, you can explore this immediately, right here and right now, with spirit, with yourself, loving yourself, being kind to yourself. And how does working with another help us to grow and expand in ways that we can't necessarily do on our own, seemingly? And the thread that runs throughout the week is effort. Putting in the effort, creating something foundational. Something that you're wanting to create that has strength, stability, that's sustainable. And it has to do with partnerships. Now, of course, our minds will say love partnership. That means romantic love. It doesn't have to be romantic love. Again, it can be with spirit, with yourself, with family, with friends, someone with whom you have a very powerful connection. You can work with this energy. The ego will come in and say it needs to be a love partnership many times, romantic love. But, it doesn't have to be romantic at all. Now, for some of you who are wanting to manifest a love partnership, you may indeed, be in the process of doing this. But if you're not, bear witness for when the ego comes in to say, it's taking too long. You've been growing and growing and doing your spiritual work, and where is the reward? Where is that reward? And, you're not doing your spiritual work in order to receive something. You're doing your spiritual work because that's what you're here to do. So it's something to think about. Do I want to say anything more? Let me see what's under the deck here. We have regeneration under the deck. We have leadership under the deck here. That's 81, that's 9, that's 46, that's 10. I will say, because it's showing up this way, that since we have this idea of regeneration, regenerating something, there may be a return, an opportunity during the week to return to a partnership of some kind, and open your heart to it. Maybe it's been taking a long time. Regeneration is something that usually occurs over a period of time. It doesn't usually happen instantly. We have serendipity under that, so there may be some kind of serendipitous event that occurs during the week with someone with whom you have some kind of connection that's supposed to help you grow. And if it does show up, open your heart to that individual and ask, why are they showing up now? Why am I seeing them now? Or why are they on my mind now? And make the effort, because we also have leadership under the deck. Take charge if it occurs. Don't just shy away from it. The ego, again, will be like, no, you need more time. Or it's not happening fast enough. Why is it happening for everyone else but not for me? And meanwhile, you're missing opportunities with many, many individuals, just maybe not a romantic love partnership. And then you say, why me? Why does everyone else get it? Again, this idea of why, immediately putting us into a place of victimization, as though somehow we aren't getting what we want. But remember that the ego is always wanting, and the heart is always having the experience, having the love, opening, expanding, and the ego is always hyper-focused on the one thing that is seemingly missing from the equation. So something to think about for the week. I think that's all I want to say. I hope that you find that helpful. I wish you much love as always, and maybe I'll see you on the love readings that I've also posted, and the life purpose and career readings that are on the Sloan Academy. There's links below. And what else? I also have my online courses available, so if you're interested in how to read oracle cards and tarot cards, you might want to check those out. Much love.